When most people hear the title, Our Lady of Sorrows, they picture a sad, grieving Mary standing beneath the cross. But what if I told you that this title holds a hidden spiritual code, a mystery thousands of Christians have overlooked for centuries? What if the 7 sorrows of Mary are not just stories, but 7 keys that can unlock courage, healing, protection, and spiritual strength in your own life? Today, we are going deep into biblical history, ancient Christian tradition, spiritual symbolism, and the emotional heart of Mary's walk with God. This is the secret meaning behind one of the most powerful Marian titles in Christianity, Our Lady of Sorrows. And trust me, after hearing this, you will never look at Mary the same way again. Before we begin, please take 1 second to like this video, subscribe, and tell us in the comments where you're watching from. Now, let's begin. The story of Our Lady of Sorrows begins long before Calvary, long before the cross, long before Good Friday. It begins with a prophecy. When Mary brought baby Jesus to the temple, the elderly prophet Simeon looked at her with trembling eyes and said, "A sword will pierce your soul." It was not a physical sword. It was a prophetic warning. Mary's life would be marked by deep, holy suffering. But her suffering would not destroy her. It would transform her. This prophecy is the seed of the title Our Lady of Sorrows. A title not about despair but about strength through suffering. So what does Our Lady of Sorrows actually mean? Most people think it simply means Mary was sad. But the Church teaches something deeper. The word, sorrows, refers to the 7 great sorrows, 7 moments in Mary's life when her heart was spiritually pierced. But here's the secret. These 7 sorrows are not just scenes of pain. They are steps of supernatural transformation. Each sorrow reveals a spiritual law, hidden grace, a lesson on endurance, and a pathway to holiness. The title Our Lady of Sorrows is not about defeat. It is about a woman who kept her faith unbroken in the face of every darkness. And that is why this title is so powerful. Let's go deeper. Here are the 7 sorrows of Mary, and the hidden meaning behind each one. 1. The prophecy of Simeon, a sword will pierce your soul. This sorrow teaches that God prepares you for your battles. Mary wasn't surprised by suffering. She was strengthened for it. 2. The flight into Egypt, running from Herod. Mary becomes a refugee, a mother escaping danger. This sorrow reminds us that God guides us even through sudden changes and fear. 3. Losing Jesus in the temple for 3 days, Mary experiences the pain of absence and uncertainty. This sorrow symbolizes the times when we feel spiritually lost, yet God is closer than we think. 4. Meeting Jesus on the way to the cross, she sees her son beaten, bleeding, carrying a cross. This sorrow teaches that true love does not run away from suffering, it walks beside it. 5. Standing at the foot of the cross, this is the heart of the title Our Lady of Sorrows. Mary stands firm as Jesus dies. She does not curse God. She does not collapse. This sorrow teaches holy courage, the power to stand when life breaks your heart. 6. Holding the body of Jesus, the Pietà, the image every Catholic knows. Mary holding her lifeless son. This sorrow teaches us that grief can be sacred and that God honors every tear we cry. 7. Laying Jesus in the tomb. Mary places Jesus in the earth, but she does it with faith that resurrection is coming. This sorrow teaches us to trust God even when everything looks finished. Together, the 7 sorrows explain the title. Mary is not the Lady of Sadness. She is the Lady of Strength through suffering, the Lady of Unbroken Faith, the Lady of Holy Resilience. The title Our Lady of Sorrows did not appear by accident. Early Christians saw Mary as the perfect model of endurance. They asked, how did she survive heartbreak? How did she remain faithful? How did she stand at the cross without losing hope? The answer was simple. Her pain was intertwined with her purpose. Her suffering was connected to the salvation of the world. Thus, the Church honored her with this title not to glorify pain, but to show the depth of her love and her extraordinary strength. Whenever you see an image of Our Lady of Sorrows, you will notice 7 swords piercing her heart. But very few people know what the swords actually mean. Each sword represents a spiritual trial, a moment of purification, a sacrifice freely embraced, and a hidden grace released into the world. The swords are not symbols of defeat. They are symbols of how much love can endure. And here is something profound. In Christian tradition, Mary's sorrows are believed to release special graces for people going through family problems, heartbreak, fear, betrayal, illness, and spiritual dryness. The swords show this truth. A heart that suffers with God becomes a heart that heals others. Many people imagine Mary as soft, gentle, quiet. But the title Our Lady of Sorrows reveals a warrior spirit. Think about it. She survived exile. She lived through poverty. She faced threats against her child. She endured public humiliation. She walked the road of the cross. She held her dead son in her arms. She stayed with the disciples after the resurrection, becoming their mother and guide. Mary is strong. Mary is brave. Mary is resilient. The title reveals that she is not just the mother of Jesus, she is the mother of everyone who suffers, everyone who cries, everyone who carries a heavy cross. Devotion to Our Lady of Sorrows is one of the oldest in the Church. And there is a reason it never loses power. This devotion brings courage during trials, inner peace during confusion, strength during heartbreak, clarity during suffering, deep protection against spiritual attacks. Tradition teaches that Mary especially helps those who, are mothers, are in dangerous situations, are grieving, are facing betrayal, are praying for family members, are seeking deliverance from negative patterns. One of the most powerful promises given to those who honor the 7 sorrows is this: Mary will be present at the hour of your death. As a mother who understands suffering, and as a protector who does not abandon her children. This is why saints like Bridget of Sweden, Padre Pio, and many others constantly recommended this devotion. So how do we apply the meaning of Our Lady of Sorrows to our own lives? Here is the secret. Each of Mary's sorrows reflects a sorrow you may face today. Confusion, fear of the unknown, losing something precious, seeing loved ones suffer, feeling helpless, experiencing loss, facing new transitions. Our Lady of Sorrows is not a title of sadness. It is a title of victory. It is the story of a mother who walked through fire and never let her faith die. A woman who bore spiritual swords and still stood with strength. A mother who understands your pain, your fears, your tears, your wounds. So the next time you hear the title Our Lady of Sorrows, remember. It is not about sorrow. It is about strength, love, and unbreakable faith. It is about a mother who never gave up on God and will never give up on you. If this message touched your heart, please like this video and subscribe for more faith-filled teachings. Share this video with someone who is going through a difficult time. And tell us in the comments, which of the 7 sorrows speaks most deeply to your life right now? Thank you for watching. May Our Lady of Sorrows cover you with her mantle of strength, healing, and protection. See you in the next video.